Thanks for being there. Now to Newsline proper. Obangogo Hill within Kababunu local government area of Kogi State remains a well-kept secret in the world of tourism. While it may not receive the attention it deserves, this hidden gem boasts of immense potential for visitors. In this report, Jonathan Omajali explores the captivating features of these hills, renowned for harboring some of the most massive granite formations.
Obangogo, majestic and mysterious, is a tourist haven. Located in Kababunu local government area of Kogi State, the hill was an ancient fortress. According to oral tradition, it shielded the people of Kaba from Nupe warriors who invaded the entire Okun land to cut away slaves.
Nice weather, and I like walking in the hills, and this is a granite rock, and it's a very big piece of granite, and I can't imagine that there are actually very many large pieces of granite as big as this kind of in the world.
Every year, sons and daughters of the community visit this hill, which reminds them of their roots and what life looked like centuries ago.
In the olden days, in the days of our great-great-grandfathers, the person that was standing as Obaro believed he got his ancestral power from here. The Obajemu got his from this. The Oba don't feel like that. So since then, any person that is planning to assume the leadership of Muri in the capacity of Obano will emanate from here.
At the top of the hill are holes in the shape of bowls, which served as plates for the inhabitants.
Rather than putting their food on the leaves, they prefer to now cook their food because their houses are down there. They now bring the food here and spread across all these holes we are seeing. They serve as plates for our great-grandfathers. That's where they put their food. The soup is here, the main food is here. When you finish your food, there is a water down there.
There is also the healing water that never dries.
Those days, any child that was a little bit sick, you don't need to go to the hospital. You just bring your child here. And by the time the child is bathed in this water, honestly, it's all. So it's like a holy water for our children. And that was why you discovered that those days, no child died at infant age in Negumbi. Even neighboring people bring their children here for such.
The hill also produces a melodious sound, similar to that of a talking drum.
In no distance time, we want to see how government will come in to patronize this. There are places like this in Israel, there are places like this in Ogun State, Abeokuta, Olumo, and a lot of things like that. Is a tourist attraction that will fetch the government a lot of things.
A sight to behold indeed, and I think we need to market that place more. It's a great tourist destination. Now, the general notion that some persons experience trance-like condition after coming in contact with some individuals, especially destitutes, has created fear and anxiety in some communities in Niger State. From Mina, Mukhtar Wowo is standing by to tell us the story of a male beggar who narrowly escaped death in the hands of a mob after a young woman accused him of putting her in a trance-like state following an eye contact.
The area where what appears to be a mystery allegedly happened. We are here to unravel the situation, to know what exactly transpired between the young woman and the male beggar.
Narrating her ordeal, the 26-year-old Mufida Omar says on the fateful day she was on her way to visit her parents when she came across a beggar who, after eye contact with him, had a thought in her mind that how could a healthy man be begging? Soon after the thought, she allegedly experienced dizziness and called.
He is taking piece of the lie. Then I look him. Then I see my head. So it's so thick. Then I follow him. Then I jack him. I say, please, what am I doing to you? Then he say, what happened? I say, please, just leave me. I don't know what I do to you. Then he say, he didn't do me anything. If they give him Quran, he will say, he didn't do me anything.
That argument between them attracted some youths in the area who beat up the beggar severely. It took the intervention of the victim's father to rescue the beggar.
Now me hold the man. This day, you open my door. Now me take my leg, put the door, open, put the person, lock him. My look there. Some of you were one jump and go inside my house. Now me say I no agree like that. So you now here you go, you go police. The police come. You want open door, police say me caliber. By that time people too much. If they up, if they down there, me they there, you can't carry the man. Put tear gas. Come at him.
While the beggar was taken to a police station, the woman was taken to the police clinic at the Stadium Road, Mina, where medical examinations revealed a rise in her temperature, ulcer, malaria, among other elements.
The diagnosis was we were querying probably exacerbation of peptic ulcer or hypoglycemia or even malaria fever. Like severe malaria can also present with some of these symptoms. So not that they are trying to rule out the spell or whatever had happened around that place, but scientifically you need to get the basis for whatever discussion you want to do. So she was treated on that line and she was stable 24 hours after the admission and she was discharged on oral medications.
All efforts to get the beggar's side of the story proved abortive as he was under protective detention by the police as at the time of filing the report. One of the police officers who pleaded anonymity, however, said the police investigation revealed that the beggar is a native doctor and works with a private security outfit. The information gathered at the police station further revealed that the alleged charms found on the man in custody were for protection, a claim corroborated by his wife, who confirmed to the police that he went out to beg as they were out of food in the house. NTA news crew encountered a similar case of a 25-year-old trader, Muhammad Bello, at the police clinic, who alleged that his manhood stopped responding to stimulation after having business contact with an old woman also in police custody.
The old woman bought toothpaste from me, after which I experienced abnormal feelings and erectile dysfunction. I then raised alarm.
Dr. Mustapha Aliyu speaks after a lady tried to sexually arouse the alleged victim's external genitalia to see if it will respond to stimuli.
We concluded that all his organs are normal and functioning well, but we advised that he should be rechecked after 48 hours. After a repeat of the investigation, I believe we'll be able to conclude.
While calling on the relevant authorities to step up action in addressing that notion, which is creating fear and anxiety in some communities, Dr. Mustapha Aliyu says most of such cases presented to the clinic are not real.
So I would want the police community to also do thorough investigations in some of these things and then let the public be calm.
It is worth noting that when I tried to stop a lady in the course of investigating the first incident to ask her where it happened, she jumped into the road without checking. It is evident that some people are in a state of fear.
The issues need to be well investigated and a lot of awareness created. But importantly, mob action is a no-no. Don't even think of it. It's not an option at all. Our next stop is Maiduguri in Maiduguri. This sounds odd somehow, right? Now, behind the oddity lies the beauty of the historical evolution of Maiduguri, the present capital of Borno State, which has evolved from an older settlement originally called Maiduguri. It is now the state it is still in the state capital still and called Maiduguri today. So you can see why we say Maiduguri in Maiduguri. Now, Pauline Kujeva now will take us on the trip down memory lane to the old Maiduguri and how today it is a mere settlement in the larger town, but with its surviving unique historical antecedents.
The history of Maiduguri cannot be complete without reference to the colonial era, when it was designated as a military outpost by the British Empire, and of course the construction of the Shehu's Palace from 1900 to 1907, symbolizing an epoch of authority. The name Maiduguri originated from the name Maiduguri, referring to the present-day Old Maiduguri. It is a combination of two Kanuri language words, Mai and Duri, which translate as king and thousands. Hence, literally, Maiduguri is a land of 1,000 kings.
Old Maiduguri predates the present capital of Maiduguri because it is a settlement since the existence of the old Birni Gazargumo.
Old Maiduguri, a town with booming economy and having Islamic scholars as its leaders. That is, the Shehu or Sheikh in the local parlance. When the old Maiduguri was the capital city of Borno Empire, the present capital city was called Yerwa due to the Sizna Ngada River that traverses through it, considering that it is flowing through a sub-Sahara desert where water was highly sought after scarce resources.
With the advice of the British government then, who are the colonial masters, they found this plain land where there is water in abundance and the place is okay for occupation. So he was moved. The capital was transferred to Herwa. Herwa meaning prosperity or abundance. So that is how we got the name Yerwa and Maiduguri.
Maiduguri, which is connected by road to the republics of Cameroon, Chad and Niger for transborder relationship and socio-economic activities.
All Maiduguri
The name Maiduguri was derived from Old Maiduguri as capital of Borno State, and with personalities from within and outside the country. Kings who have made history were residents of Old Maiduguri, including the present Shehu of Borno. Kings who have made history were residents of Old Maiduguri, including the present Shehu of Borno.
Is a home to many highly placed personalities who earn both national and international recognitions in various fields of human endeavors, including businessmen, scholars, military generals, academics, technocrats, diplomats, and politicians, among others. Maiduguri and their mode of attire is so unique, providing itself as a land of powerful royalty.
In Maiduguri, the capital city of Borno State, forget not to preserve today, as it's going to be a history too.
Now, they are termed breadwinners and head of families. Survival of the family structure most times lies squarely on their shoulders. They hide their pains many a times to meet the needs of their dependents. Are you wondering who I'm talking about? Men are in focus today as the world celebrates International Men's Day. Joel Popola says while the contributions of men cannot be overemphasized, their impact is underrated.
It looks like just a normal day with many going about their businesses, oblivious of the epoch-making day that is unfolding, the International Men's Day. Well, you may not really blame anyone since women are always in the spotlight, with Women's Day and Day of the Girl Child often receiving global media attention. Even the concerned gender are not aware that today is International Men's Day.
So I saw it on my status because I was not even informed before, because I went for an interview and that was what I was having upstairs, not even thinking about. But when I saw it, I just saw it International Men's Day. So that's just it.
So it was your status that reminded you that today is International Men's Day?
That is just it, yeah.
We believe that men ought to have been honored before, but I am observing that when we talk about Women's Day, it always grades different and shows even important than Children's Day. Why the Man Day is always relatively not the way I expected to be.
In spite of the low level of awareness about the day, respondents say men are unsung heroes who are role models for children and should be held in high esteem for their sacrifices, which many a times goes unnoticed.
Their role, their responsibility, within the family, within the society and the world at large should be recognized. And so from time to time, we need to actually celebrate them.
Men celebrate women more than women celebrate us. And if you must buy gifts for your husband, there's a day you must always give him a gift, and that is the Men's Day.
Culturally, in our setting, the men usually put the women and the children at the forefront. They are okay ensuring that it's well with us, the mothers and the children, but men ought to be celebrated because they are the strength of the house.
Men agree that their emotions matter but hide their pain just to keep the family going, and there should be a paradigm shift to place premium in celebrating men. This consensus women also attest to.
Men rarely remember their birthdays, but the women will say, my birthday is coming, the children will be talking about birthdays. And I think in that line, that may be what is actually happening to our men. They just felt what is in it. And I think it is with the women and the children that should actually be singing it and celebrating it, not actually saying the men themselves.
With this year's International Men's Day theme focusing on zero male suicide, it is expected that more emphasis will be placed on the mental health of men and boys. Experts also say greater attention should be placed on their own welfare.
Thank you, Joel, for that feature. Now, men don't cry. Men don't talk too much. Men shouldn't do this. Men shouldn't do that. We put too much pressure on them in the long run. So mental health for men is very key. Let's not forget it. We'll take a break. Newsline continues shortly. Come back. As News Engineering Nigeria Limited rolls out drums in celebration of 40 years of excellence and effective service delivery to Nigerians in the power sector, management and staff of the company says with a firmer handshake between the company and government, more Nigerians will be powered for sustainable economic growth. Ruth Aguele takes us through the celebration which witnessed a miniature Nigeria in attendance.
The giant strides, the connections and array of clientele, coupled with the determination and resilience of a firm family of a great visionary, did not allow the events of October 29, 2006 ADC flight from Abuja to Sokoto to thwart the growth of the once nothing to now something enterprise.
At no point in time did News Engineering ask for a break. In fact, he would apply his own funds and resources to ensure project completion. Do you think the commitment of people like News Engineering and others to able to achieve our 4,000 megawatts?
News Engineering's giant strides in the sector have been recognized as evidenced by the impressive awards given to the company over the past years by an array of bodies. I can say authoritatively that News Engineering has never abandoned any project.
Rolling out the drums and breaking of kola, which signifies life and more prosperity, is in celebration of the unwavering dedication and remarkable commitment to the visionary spirit of the founder of News Engineering Nigeria Limited, Sir Cyprian Nwaizi, of blessed memory.
Our expansion efforts have not been confined to the boundaries of our nation. We have established valuable contacts across Africa and other continents, creating a global network that paves the way for future international growth. We hold partnerships and investments in high regard, and we are excited to collaborate with individuals and organizations who share our vision for a brighter, more sustainable future.
They have gone beyond the limits that was laid down for them by the founder into new areas. That today we can boast of design and building of substations, which Nigeria needs so much. Truly, you are a role model for Nigerian women. Truly, you have shown that the girls of today, if well included, if given their space, will be able to do what you have achieved or even more. It's a challenge to every family. Take your wives seriously.
The seed that he left with her, she was able to incubate it, nourish it, and produce a standing, functional, thriving organization. I dare say even better than what her husband left.
And sustaining this legacy beyond 40 years is a task the Nwaises take seriously as they continue to expand the reach of news across the engineering value chain, diversifying into various interests and utilizing their enterprise to meet the ever-changing needs of clients. Nwaise Electrical Works and Supply News started off in 1983 from being a domestic electrical installation company, primarily engaged in house wiring, to becoming a major player in the sector, competing favorably among multinationals and known for timely delivery of power infrastructure projects across the country and beyond.
Great. And to cultural festivities. It was a celebration of royalty at its peak when family, friends and well-wishers gathered at Malabu town in Fufuri local government area of Adamawa State to witness the Tubani first Masani Malabu. Yusuf Jeka, who captured the moment, reports that it was a display of rich cultural heritage of the people.
Malabu, one of the districts in Adamawa Emirates, has produced great personalities in various fields of endeavor, including the Director General of the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, Saliu Abdulhamid Dembos. The ancient town, with hospitable people, is blessed with both human and natural resources, witness people from all walks of life to attend the taberning of First Masani Malabu, Professor of Medicine Usman Hamawa. The historic and memorable event was presided over by Ardo Malabu Aliu Hamawa Ahmed, in line with the cultural heritage of Malabu district. The conferment and taberning of Professor Usman Hamawa was based on his contributions in the field of medicine and humanity as a whole.
Him approved by His Royal Highness the Lamido Adamawa as Masani Malabu.
I urge you to join hands with other title holders to move the cause of the district forward.
The right of new Masani Malabu on a horse to identify with the people signifies his acceptance of the title and commitment to the well-being of the community.
It is a title which I will not take it for granted. It means that he has a confidence in me. Then and I have taken it as a promise that I will uphold the title and will not let it, the whole district of Malabu down.
At the community level, he has been assisting in no small measure, some in sponsoring children scholarship, giving them scholarship, at the same time helping the needy.
A very historic event that has taken place today. We are happy for that.
I'm very excited. I've never seen this before, so it's very interesting to see how it is done over here. It's good to see everyone come together and celebrate all as one.
I'm very happy being here among the family.
Proud of him, of his academic
professional achievements as well as his achievements in his ventures in philosophy.
Great cultural heritage there, and it's events like this help us to showcase our rich heritage. Now, do you know that one of the many ways to preach unity in diversity in Nigeria is through intermarriages? Now, two lovebirds flew from north and west and got glued together for a matrimonial journey of a lifetime. Taufik and Aisha are the latest couple in this admirable future sealed by the moral authority of Islamic injunctions. Now, Tokwe Alagbi will tell us all about it.
It was another day of congregation, and the popular An-Nur Mosque played host to many worshippers and guests who joined the Islamic cleric to witness the pronouncement of Taufik Kehinde Ali from Osun and Aisha Usman Malabu from Adamawa as husband and wife after fulfilling the mandatory requirements.
We thank Allah Ta'ala for bringing us this time to witness the wedding fatia of Aisha and Taufik. We want to advise them to be patient with each other.
I will thank God, Alhamdulillah. So it's a day we have been waiting for, and today marks a very great day. So it's just a matter of try to understand your partner.
People fall in love in mysterious ways. Maybe just
Faith is one thing. She's very supportive, very caring as well. All of these qualities, and I feel and I definitely know for myself that this is the woman that I want to be for the rest of my life.
Funny enough, we met on an app, and then ever since, it's just been up from there. He's very understanding, very caring, mashallah. I'm very glad I've met a very good person.
And it was time for the newly wedded to know some secrets of a successful home, and those with masterclass experience came handy.
Patience is the foundation of any success in life. So my advice is patient, patient, and patient.
We know that if you are patient with your partner, then the marriage will be strong, it will be stronger.
Even if you are twins, you know you have your differences. It is how you manage yourselves together.
They should allow third party to come into their family. That is very, very important. And they should be sincere to themselves.
Communication breaks barriers. It goes a long way. And it's also built a home, a good home for that matter.
Understand is the main purpose. So if they understand themselves, can't have any mistake.
As the journey begins, the prayers of parents and well-wishers are to see a future where another celebration will bring more people together, especially after the usual 9 months blessing.
Peace and blessings all the way. And still on love stories, for Esther Odeleye and Ugaga Ogene Dike, there is no better way to express their love than to make it official. So their family, friends, and well-wishers gathered to witness their joining in holy matrimony. Ese Onwamaka, who captured the sight and sound for Newsline, says the bride is the daughter of former General Manager NTA Lagos Channel 10, Helen Odeleye.
Esther and Ugaga Ogene's love story began in their university days 5 years ago, and they didn't hesitate to make it formal. The joy on the face of Ugaga Ogene as he received his bride was palpable. Esther and Ugaga Ogene, in the presence of God, their families and friends, took their vows to become man and wife.
That this is forever, it is my love and faith in the name of Jesus.
The couple, after signing the dotted lines, gave thanks to God. Nothing was left to chance in making the day colorful and fulfilling for the newlyweds. More of these expressions were displayed in their dance steps. The ceremony reached its peak with cutting of the cake by the newlyweds and dance with your parents.
Let them play together. Let them pray together. Let them plan together. Let them party together. And let them praise together. You know, that's just my advice. The 5 P's for them.
As usual, the NTA family was fully represented.
I should keep loving the husband, and the husband should also keep loving the wife. They should not allow third party in their marriage.
What attracted the couple to each other?
Very nice person. She's very kind, and she's my person.
He's the nicest and most honest person that you'd ever meet. No one has to talk to him to know. Just by looking at him, you see him, you know that he's actually a very, very, very good person.
Parents of the couple offered words of